Well, it is Food City Friday, and we are so excited to welcome back live in our studio kitchen, Chef Julie.
Well, my
So
kitchen,
good to have
my
you
kitchen
back.
at home didn't get cleaned up this morning. I'll have to say.
She's like, thank goodness.
Thank goodness.
All
I
the
can come to a clean
Tri-Cities
kitchen.
isn't going to be peeking in on my kitchen. I can have our studio kitchen.
It is great to be back. I'll have to say.
All those things that you made, and then we just looked at them from afar.
And you couldn't have any of it.
We couldn't smell any of that deliciousness.
I know.
But today you're getting ready for Father's Day.
That is it. And actually, for inspiration, I asked my husband, what's your favorite dessert that I make? And he said, my cookies and cream cake, or you can call it dirt cake if you like.
Okay.
And so I said, you know what? That's what I'm going to make. So here we go.
Well, and yours is pretty. When I'm thinking of dirt cake, I'm usually thinking about kind of the crumbly, layered dessert. But you have, your presentation, of course, is always off the charts.
Yeah, and so with the Oreo, what I call the cookies and cream cake, we have layers of cake. I have cookies and cream filling, which is whipped cream with crushed Oreos in it. I have chocolate ganache in there. And of course the cake, and then you can decorate it. And it's frosted with just a very simple chocolate frosting. And that's what I wanted to show on air because it is so simple. And even if you want to make a box cake, and there's nothing wrong with that, you can make homemade frosting, and it's not that hard. And it's really, really good.
Kicks it up a notch,
It does.
Okay, what do we
So
got?
we're going to start with 3 sticks of unsalted butter, and it needs to be room temperature. And honestly, this time of year, just leave it on the counter. It won't take that long, or set it out overnight. And I'm going to go ahead and kind of get this a little creamy here.
Okay. It's a good wholesome amount of butter.
It is a wholesome. You know, when you're going to make frosting, you got to have butter. Now this is 2/3 cup of just plain unsweetened cocoa. Nothing magical with that.
Okay.
If yours has been sitting for a while and it's really lumpy, you might want to sift it first just to make it. Now this might come up a little bit.
Nice chocolate cloud, a dusting.
Well, this is an old mixer. Speaking of Father's Day, my husband and I have been married well over 30 years now, so this mixer is about 30 years old.
Oh, is it a wedding gift?
Well, it came not long after. Not long after, but it lost first gear a couple of years ago. So now I can't put it on the slow.
Though.
It still works, but so I get clouds a lot easier than what I used to get.
The dust is settling.
The dust is settling. Yeah. But I mean, you know, it's just one of those things. And at home, of course, you just do little, you know, you don't crank it all the way up all at once. Well, I'll crank it up now and kind of let that get in there.
Okay.
And then we add 1 pound, or it's very convenient. They come in these little 1 pound bags. It's just one of these bags in here. And I know to be careful not to have a cloud on this one. We caused you a coughing fit, I think, on one show.
That did happen one time,
That
didn't
did happen. I'm going to let you take the lid off my cream because I'll need that real soon. And I'm going to go ahead and put in some vanilla. I've got about 2 teaspoons here of vanilla, and that'll help keep our cloud down a little bit. And you can hand me that cream. This is 3 tablespoons of cream. Now you can just use milk if you want. Not a problem. I've got cream, so I'm using cream because it's just that much better.
Okay.
And
Look at you using both hands.
That's
you are multi-talented.
You've got to do it. And we'll just let that go, and just that mixes up together, and there you have it. That's all there is to it. If you want yours to be thicker, then don't add quite as much cream.
Okay.
If you want it to be thinner, like you really need something really thin, then you can add more. So you can kind of play with that a little bit.
Okay. And that's going to spread on, I'm guessing, pretty nicely.
Oh, it will spread, as you can see. It's spread just fine. Now, one thing about this frosting, it will kind of, when you mix it really well, it'll kind of lighten in color because it aerates a little bit, but it darkens right back down. So just be aware of that. It's not like the commercial frosting with all the chemicals and things in there, which is fine too, but this one is a little bit different. It'll kind of change color a little bit on you.
Well, not fun.
But then you'll just be prepared for that. But it's delicious, and we'll try that here in just a few minutes.
Okay, so this is a layer cake. So
it is a layer cake. So we got the frosting. Now if you go to bakingwithjulie.com, I have 4 recipes I'm sharing for this cake. The frosting, my homemade cake, my chocolate ganache, and the cookies and cream filling. Or go to Facebook, like Baking with Julie, the page, and there's a link on there. You can go right to it. And all of the recipes are there, so you won't miss a thing. When we come back, we will put the whole thing together. I'll show you how to put a filling so it works really well, and we'll have fun decorating.
Oh, I love it. It's going to be so much fun with all kinds of good chocolate deliciousness.
Yes.
All right, bakingwithjulie.com. And for more on all the products, you can always check out Food City's website, foodcity.com.